Mr. Riddle has a giant pot full of tomato soup. The pot holds 4 2/3 liters of soup. Mr. Riddle pours the soup into 3.5 bowls. How many liters of soup fit into one bowl? So the first step in this, we got to figure out what kind of math are we doing, or we got to set up the problem so that we can just actually solve it. So anytime that we're looking at something where we have a pot of soup here, and the pot of soup has 4 2/3 liters, and we are dividing it into 3.5 different bowls. So anytime that we're taking one thing, whether it be soup, whether it be food of any kind, whether it be anything, if we're taking something and we are cutting it into equal pieces, then what we got to do is we got to know that we're dividing those two numbers. So we're taking 4 2/3 in this case, and we are dividing it by 3.5. So after we've set up the problem, we know that we're dividing now. Whenever we're dividing with fractions, we got to make sure that we change it into an improper fraction. So to change these into an improper fraction, we have to take our denominator, multiply it by our whole number, and then add it to our numerator. So 3 times 4 is 12, 12 plus 2 is 14, and we keep the same denominator. Same thing here. So then once we have two improper fractions that we're dividing, we got to keep the same fraction for the first one. Then we change the division into multiplication and flip our last fraction. Now all we're doing is we basically have a multiplication problem. We can cross cancel here so that we can simplify it. And then we multiply across here to get 4/3, which we can then change into a mixed number of 1/3. 1 1/3. So that tells us that there are 1 1/3 liters of soup that fit into one